Hello, it's RocksAlot. I hope everybody's doing okay. Having a good week. Having a really good week. And got a few things to do. I gotta reshape this a little bit. This is the Aqua Nueva. So I do use chopsticks from time to time. That's that. I'm not sure I can. And then I've got a piece of Kingman to do. Also there's some other little pieces that I CA glued. And I've got a piece of, let me just clean you guys up real quick. There you go. There you go. Now you're ready. And boop. Boink. We'll see how the day's gonna go. So let's give it a minute and then we'll get started. Hi there, welcome in. I'm sort of watching a sale at the same time. Hopefully I'm not going to buy anything, but you never know. So if somebody would go say hi in the chat, that would be great, because that helps me. And what else we got? Let's put a little flash on. And this is, so I had a couple of pieces. I'm not sure what happened to this one. I don't remember cutting this one in half myself. So I think it was just out of somebody's bag, and I need to reshape it. Not sure what it is. Got some extra little marks on the top there. So yeah, I'm on, hey Jeremy, how are you, sir? Not sure what this is. This came in somebody's bag. Looks like they chopped off the bad parts and probably needs some reshaping. Hey Ryan, how you doing today? I am doing pretty well, and I need to reshape up this Aqua Nueva. The dome isn't too bad, but my shape, I don't like my shape. I don't know if you can see that. I am not I am not the #1 dopper in the world. Wasn't too bad today. Hi everybody. And somebody had asked, so this one I think dropped out of the bag, and this was the bag that it dropped out of. I get, from time to time, I get other people's cuts. Hey Betty, how are you? Joanne, welcome. And so usually there's something a little bit wrong. We cleaned that one up already. Not that there was much to it. And this one came out gorgeous. Oh, well, that's no fun. What's a do stick, Ryan? Is it a to-do stick or a do stick? Anyway, in here was a piece of labradorite. I love that people get fed up quickly. Very nice piece of labradorite. Oh, this one? This one. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know it came through the whole screen, but it does. So this one got nicked, I guess, at some point. And they just put it in a bag to get rid of it. So I need to clean that up. So yeah, just cleaning up a few things today. It is steaming hot outside here. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. That's very kind of you. High five to you. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great Sunday. We've only got one World Cup match today at 3 o'clock. That's important it is to me. Well, that's pretty nice of you. And gotta clean this one up. Let's see if we can do this one. This one's going to be pretty noisy. So let's reshape this one real quick. Don't know what it is. Maybe somebody in the chat does, but I don't. just out of somebody's throwaway bag or bits bag. Here we go. Hopefully this works the first time. There we go. We got some water going. Let's get some of this cleaned up. And then come, when is it? Thursday. Next Thursday, I'll be at 100 lives within the year, which is not a goal I set for myself. Just because of all the engagement from the people like yourselves in the chat and the people that are watching, there seemed to be enough interest for me to go live once a week, and then it turned into twice a week, and now it's been twice a week for a while. So thank you all so much. I have no idea on the hardness on this. Let's see what happens. And then we're going to reshape it. I would say probably about a 5 or a 6 on this one. I'll just take it right down like that. I already see it. It's got that musty minerally smell. I'm going right in like that. Take all that off. I probably could do that on the saw, but we're going to take it off right here. And I love making things out of somebody else's throwaways. I still like the really high grade stuff, but at the same time, I still like to do this. I do work in the zero waste industry. So, not that a rock would really be, like keeping this rock out of the ground isn't really like zero waste, other than the fuel and the person's time that it took to get it out of the ground. It would be a shame for it just to go back to the ground, but it really wouldn't be affecting the environment in any kind of way. If anything, maybe it'll help it. I don't know. So I'm going to get the girdle a little bit higher all the way around. To where I like it. I like around 6 millimeters. Hey Patricia, how are you? I was hoping Koa may come in today. I have Koa's rock hounding sub club. Really, Koa is a little surfing dude out of California. It's his parents that come into the chat. Okay, so looking good like that, but I think I'm bringing it in more like that. That's not a bad Saturday, Patricia. Freckle Cat is out taking money away from old people. Not really. She went to her first ever mahjong competition. My sister-in-law is pretty heavy into mahjong and games, and we like to play games too, but they just got serious about mahjong. And my sister-in-law put on a competition in the local Books A Million. Hey Candy, how are you? So they have some high stakes, like 50-cent games. I hope hope she does well. Alright, now that I brought that all the way in, we can see the difference in the thickness. I don't like the shape quite yet. Yeah, thank you, Candy. Appreciate that. Once Dave's got out, I know Dave's got a sale going on right now. People probably think I'm crazy for going live, but this is when we go live, and I'm glad everybody's here. Christy, thank you for those rubies again. That's very kind of you. So I gotta remember, this came to me broken, so is it going to have other areas that are going to want to break out? I've got to be careful of that. I did get paid for my commission, which was nice this week. Not a lot. I think it's 25 bucks. But 25 bucks is 25 bucks that goes towards this stuff. So materials and maintenance and that kind of stuff. Thank you for all those thumbs up. I don't know what this is. Rather cool looking. It's almost like a leopard jasper, but cut the wrong way. I'm assuming it's some sort of jasper. Blend that in right there on the dome. I don't know yet. Probably watching football or soccer. I had a really good time last night. We have a friend who is a liquor rep, that's basically what liquor and wine rep for a lot of the restaurants in this area, and she had an event last night, so at one of the restaurants that she is a vendor for, and we went to that. So it was Colombia against Portugal. So it was fun. We ate a lot of really good food, and then a friend of mine bought me an England shirt, like a proper England football shirt. So I was the only English fan in this restaurant full of Portuguese and Colombians. Really rather funny. Alright, how's my shaping going? It's a little bit better, isn't it? Let's take it over here. Yeah, blurry. There we go. Hey everybody. Dave's got up over there. Some sort of greeny something. So yeah, and then that was a fun day. Yeah, what have I got? So being it was like a bar event, they were giving stuff away. I don't know if I put it in my pocket or not. Yeah, there we go. A little World Cup giveaways. World Cup keyring. Which will end up going to Freckle Cat's school. She'll end up giving it to one of the kids. Some of her kids are from Turkey, so Turkey playing the US the other day, she's never going to live that down at school. Ryan, I used to, so when I was in hospitality, this is a while back, I used to walk around with a tea bag hanging from my shirt. But then you also have to think about, Ryan, is like a lot of the people that fought for independence were the English. So, sort of infighting. And now look at us today. Goodness, I guess it depends what state you live in, but they got us taxed out on everything we see. In fact, is there anything that we are not taxed on? I don't know. Hi everybody. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. I appreciate you popping in for a few seconds while we're doom scrolling here. But I take ugly rocks and make them prettier, basically. And hopefully one day they will get set into some jewelry so somebody can show them off to the world. Probably should have taken a picture for my before and after. Yep. Yeah, they're going through their own issues over there right now. I guess we're going to have a new prime minister over there next week, probably. I think he's like the mayor or the councilman from a small town outside of Manchester. Alright, we're going to move on to the next one. I guess I kind of moved you on already. Let's get a little closer. There we go. So yeah, from where we were, that's looking much nicer. It was, it was a big oval that was split up on the side, and now we're looking good. I'm going to round it off from the middle. It's a bit of a pull-out move. So I'm just starting from the middle of the dome right here and pulling it out and slowly twisting the stone up. Not pressing too hard, or just letting the wheels do the work, really. And turn it around. It's a bit lopsided on my dome here. So yeah, everybody, will be 100 lives on Thursday. So I go live, if you're not a subscriber, I go live on Sundays at 2 and Thursdays at 6 p.m. and that's Eastern Standard Time in the US. And we'd love to have you come back again. If you ever want to purchase a stone, did I throw them out? I think I did. I don't have my regular mod in today. I don't know if you can read that one. But if you're going to take a quick screenshot, if you ever see anything either here or in one of my shorts, it's Sir RocksAlot or Sir.RocksAlot at outlook.com. So just give me a quick email. Hey there, how we doing? Googly eyes. That's some I know that Dave's not showing it yet. But I was fortunate enough to get a few pieces of the Egyptian from Tim and Brandy. And I should show you guys just for a quick peek. It's a little lopsided. I don't like this. My dome is going here. And it should be over here. So I'm going to go back real quick and take it out. So I'm recentering my dome. And that's because of the shape of the stone at the beginning. And bingo. Really that simple. just pull it out here. That's pretty much it for this one. What are we going to go on to next? Let me show you a piece of this Egyptian. So I'm pretty sure Tim and Brandy are going to have this for sale in a week or two. I'll just show you one of the pieces. Not going to work on it today, so very happy with that. Let's get a picture of that. Like I said, I'm not really sure what the material is. Yeah, let's have a quick peek. I've got a little box here. And I got a little bag. So this is true Egyptian turquoise. And it's got a little bag. I'll just show you a couple pieces. Really nice stuff. Thank you, Patricia. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing. That's a nice one. And where are we? Look at this piece. So this one's not bad. Really neat colors in this one. And not enormous, but I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 more stones. Maybe I can back this one into a small one. Probably 4 stones out of that one. And then have a look at this one. So this should be coming to market in a couple of weeks or a week. At least get 1 good one, 2 good ones, 3 good ones out of this one. You ready? Look at that. Beautiful stuff. And shoot. I'm not going to cut this, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go around the edge real quick. I'm really not going to cut this whole thing. I just want to see if I need to stabilize this at all. You can kind of see where the turquoise comes through there, but I'm literally just going to go around the edge here. Because what happens sometimes, and I think Dave was talking about it last night, is around, so where the matrix is around these little florets can be, you know, a lot less stable than where the turquoise is. And it can tend to break out. So that's really all I'm testing right now, is I'm trying to see, there we go, trying to see if it's going to break out. And if it's going to break out, then I have to stabilize it. Now just going to go around the edge. Looks pretty good. Because these are really thin areas right here, and if it was going to break out, it would break out now on this metal wheel. So very happy with what this is showing me. I have to get as much out of this turquoise as I can. And the reason I'm saying that is this is not the cheapest stuff in the world. Yeah, it's pretty stuff. So what I'm hoping for, and was hoping for, is actually coming to fruition. So I've been able to bring in this edge without anything falling out or breaking off, and that's a really, really good sign. This this piece will end up getting back. And because it's going to get back, I'm going to go ahead and flatten this out right now. That's some pretty stuff. This will really show me if it's going to hold together. I'm pressing, but I'm not pressing very hard. Kind of letting the wheel do its thing. This is a pretty well-worn wheel, so it's not too aggressive. Really, I'm just cleaning it up so that I can back it. I've gone much further than I thought I was going to go. Hey David, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, it's looking really good. So all I'm doing is cleaning up that dirt matrix on the outside so that when I put a backing on it, shoot, I might not even have to back it. It's pretty thin right now. I'm at probably 3 to 4 millimeters on this. It's really thin. Anyway, looks great. That's the back. So, probably going to fill that in, see how it's got a little hole there. It's not bad. But I can fill that in and then come down from this side. What a beautiful piece that's going to be. Stunning, actually. So yeah, very happy with that. Let's put it away. Alright, let me put it away. That's a really pretty stone. Hey Rafik. Rafik here, how are you, sir? So here, how are you today? Here you guys are here, find me some of this. That's some beautiful stuff right there. So that's the rough it came from. That was just the quick slice off the top. Beautiful. Alright, you guys got me doing stuff that I hadn't planned on doing. So far, I'm gonna hold it. I can, sort of. Yep, 3 more seconds. We're doing good. Been just watching the footballs are here, really. Getting some stones done. I got a really nice commission. So I did a small commission last week, and now I've got 2 more little stones to cut for him. There we go. Finally. Let's get these back in the bag before I lose them. Those are here. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. So this came from Egypt. But the outside of these stones have a saltiness to them, and I probably shouldn't have licked it, but I did. And I wonder if there's some sort of process that they use salt for, other than smuggling it into the country. I don't know. Some of these stones had salt on them, and a little bit different. All right, let me get that in the safe. That's safe. And I'm going to reshape this one real quick. Hi everybody, welcome in. Just cleaning up some rocks today. This is Aqua Nueva. This came from John Ross, which if you're ever interested in slabs or material, that is John Ross's email right there, jvross65@yahoo.com. Always got slabs and other types of material. fantastic prices. And the slabs, he slabs them nice and thick, which I love. So, let's clean you guys up a second here. Excuse me. Mind your eyes. So, being that we're in a wet environment here, it's a little bit difficult. Okay. So this was too ticky-tacky for me. I poked you in the eye. Sorry, Ryan. It's just off on my shape. And I gotta reshape it right here. A little bit louder. It's a much harder stone. It's looking better already. It's more of a nice oval. Off a little bit up here. Bring down that 45 again on the edge so the top of that girdle is the same height. Thank you all for being here. Very kind of you. I'm going to be doing my 100th live, official live. I'm sure I've probably done a couple more, but my official titled live on Thursday. So Thursday around 6 p.m. this coming week, I will be doing I'll do my 100th live. A little bit of metal in there. Very neat. See the shine? I told you hematite. Move over. A little bit louder. I'm not a big dropping person, but sometimes you have to. Well, now I don't have to use my drop stick because it came off. The other one, yes, the when you came into here, the spider web turquoise that you see is Egyptian, yes. Nice stuff. That's gonna bother me, but. Not something we can always get our hands on around here. In fact, I had to go all the way to Utah to get that. I didn't personally have to go to Utah, but it came out of Utah. Faith is still off. There you go. I had to go back a little bit quicker. I don't do a lot of hard stones on live. They take a lot longer. There you go. Now I got it. Still a little wonky. Let's see. Do I have a stencil big enough? My stencil's not big enough, I don't think. There it is. Let's see how wonky I am. It's actually not as wonky as I thought it was. So I hadn't stenciled this before. Let's see what I could help, what would help. A little bit here. A little bit there, and same the other side. A little bit there. Now let's pull it out. Funny, I can actually feel on the wheel with my two index fingers the difference in height from one side to the other. Never really noticed that before. Hey Stephen, how are you? I'm sure Star will be here somewhere. That, or she's got Mike Tyson visiting with her. I should push Star's channel over to Mike Tyson. He is the Pigeon Pro. Oh, I guess it would help if you could see. Sorry about that. This is the 280 soft wheel. So on this wheel I can press a little bit harder because it's actually a very hard sponge and that wheel bends in, and it also helps with getting any facets out, and it gets them out smoothly rather than on an angle. So rock on metal, you're going to get a lot of flat surfaces, lots of little flat surfaces. And with this one, it starts to blend those into the top of the stem. Take a little bit of time here. Going around the hole. The other thing about hard stones is that you go through your wheels really quick. And these wheels have got pretty expensive. Hey, Star. See, that didn't take much, did it? So yeah, Star, I was just saying I need to push you out to Mike Tyson, as he is like the Pigeon King. I know a lot of people in England race pigeons and stuff too. But I don't know if you're quite into racing your pigeons yet. I think you might be right. Let's have a look. Silversmith and just do some stuff. So actually, Patricia, not a bad idea. Let's have a look. That's bronze. Looks pretty good. I like the way the light goes across it. But so over the years, I can't tell you why, but I'm gonna stop buying in about 7 or 8 months, and then I'm just gonna produce. It is time to take everything that I've purchased over the years and start producing and selling. So I will continue with the lapidary, and I'm going to start silversmithing, And then I don't know if I'll do local shows or if I'll sell it on YouTube or sell it on another platform. We'll see. But it is time. This one was kind enough. So this one came from a very kind gentleman called John. This is Aqua Nueva. He sent me some other pieces too. And what I love about John's stuff is he slabs them really nice and thick. They're pretty thick stone. Probably 8 to 10 centimeters. I mean 8 to 10 millimeters. And so yeah, jvross65@yahoo.com. Just send him a quick email. He has all types. Yeah, I think it's time. Like, I'm trying to get through Dave's sale right now without buying anything. I did buy in the last one. Shoot, I probably bought something in every one since the last 3 years. So I got plenty. I want to be able to share the beauty of these pieces out with everybody too. So it's not like I'm going to lose content because I'm not buying more material. But I do need to sell some of the material, silversmith or metalwork some of the material so that I can put some maintenance into the machines that I'm using, and then maybe make a couple of bob on top too. Doing a bit of the wiggle waggle here. I'm going to do the pull out on this wheel. And I'm going to try that labradite. I'm not really cutting any labradite. This isn't really cutting, it's recutting. I assume it's softer than this one. But yeah, beautiful piece. And great suggestion, Patricia. I think the metals that are in that surface there will complement any metal that it gets put into, whether it's silver or gold or copper. I think I'll be alright. There'll be some fun boo-boos along the way. And if you are planning on getting into silversmithing, I would recommend go to Rio right now. 58 an ounce, which means sheet metal is probably going at about 75 to 80 an ounce. And yeah, let's do this one real quick because I need to reshape it. I think we'll do it this one. So this one also not bad, just a little off shape for me. I would probably do that, Patricia, but I think I would get, I don't know. I'm about sort of instant gratification. And you have the same talent that Freckle Cats have. You know, you knit, you crochet, and you have that in your genetics at this point. Whereas with me, I'm about cutting and fire. I think that makes some sense. Hi, Minty, how are you? Nice to see you. I saw some of the rocks you've been putting up. Thank you, Star, for the star. I have not ever purchased from Pakistan to here. I've heard good things and I've heard not so good things. And it's not so much, it's not the material. I think it's more about like customs. So getting there. bringing that in. It had a little bit of a nick. This is some smoky Kingman. It's got a tiny little nick in this bottom corner right there. I don't know if you can see it right there where the white is. I don't think I'm going to get that out on this wheel. I see what's throwing me off. Girdle was throwing me off. Some of it was the shape, but then also some of it was the girdle. See how much better that looks already? Take a teeny bit off here. You guys probably can't even see it. Then I'm going to redo the blend between the top of the girdle and the dome. Let's do this. I hope I am anyway. And then once I get that done, now you can see I blended that over just a little bit. It's not quite so sharp. Do it again one more time. You guys better take a picture because I don't use a dot stick too much. I get told I should. Oh, so are you. Thank you so much for being here. I haven't seen you. Hi, Deborah. And a chili. Thank you for the chili. Hot, hot, hot. That's kind of where we were last night. So we were watching the football game in a Mexican restaurant last night. So Star, I was the only one with my friend bought me an England shirt, and I was the only one with a non-Hispanic shirt on between Panama. There was in there. Who else was in there? Peru, even though they're not playing. Colombia and Portugal. I don't think Portugal's as good as everybody thinks they are. Yeah, we're gonna try and do an Opal on Thursday. Yeah, Ryan, that's kind of like, I think a lot of times I'll choose a face and a back to the stone, and then I end up liking the back better than I like the face. That actually happens more often than I'd like to say. Switch that over. Alright, much happy with the shape. Much more symmetrical, not like a tic-tac. Much nicer. See? That's a tic-tac to me. Too much of a tic-tac. Not so much of a tic-tac. I might work on this big one too. So we're going to try the... let's try the... Yeah, I'm not too worried about the shipping cost. It's when it comes in through the border here or customs here. I don't know if they look at it more or it sits in the dock for a month or two before they release it. Yeah, well, my wife says that about me too, Ryan. So this one just had these nicks in it when it got sent to me. I guess they gave up trying to get the nick out. I'm just going to see if I can... Oh, let's not do that one. That's a little much. Let's start with a softer wheel. Let's start with a softer wheel. Okay, I think I'm good for the diamond in the middle. And you can see where that nick is, but I think that's just a striation that goes through the stone right there. I don't think it's a crack. We're going to bring that in a little. I'm going to change the girdle all the way around. I'm hoping while I do that, I'll get the nicks out of here out too. So completely changing the girdle. You can see that line I put all the way around. Ooh, that doesn't look healthy, does it? I don't know how deep that goes right there. This one I might screw up a little bit, we'll see. Hopefully I don't take away the flash. Yeah, I mean it's getting to a point where we need to like have our own vans and start doing our own shipping somehow. It's got really expensive. I did thank you for the sparkle stuff. I sent out all the award winners from the last 2,500 subscriber live, and I think just the shipping was like almost $50 for everybody. I think there were 3, but no, there were 4, and it was just over $40. And I still got one more to go. In fact, if Austin comes in, he needs to email me his address. He did email me his email. Okay, that one's almost gone. Tiny little dot left. I think will come out on the next one. And then my scrunchies over here are not looking too bad. A little bit more. I think we can move over to the next wheel on that too. Yep. You're welcome, Steve. I didn't know if it got there or not. I didn't know what to throw in there, to tell you the truth. I hope I put something that kind of wanted to put something in there that you could work on. You don't have to put it up on YouTube, just something to work on with your machines. Yeah, let's do a pull out over the edge here. Now that I'm on the soft wheel. Doesn't look like I've really lost my color, which is great. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we'll get this in. And if it doesn't get here there in a few days, Stephen, give me an email. I have the receipt somewhere in my, I think it's in the rock cabinet. Yeah, it's cleaning up really nice. Right, this was much easier to cut than I thought. Color up there. So that's where the one of the dents was. It's kind of there a little bit, but it's completely smoothed out. And then there was one over here, which is completely gone. That's a really nice piece. And there you go. See, so I didn't do this one, but there's the front that was pre-fronted prior to me getting it, and that's the back. So I like the back. Hey Logan, how you doing today? All right, Tommy. I didn't see it stop. Redskin, how you doing, sir? Yeah, really pretty. I'm talking of Redskin. I did this one a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was in the Kingman bag, but it was not actually. It was in the, I've got some CA glue just filled in the back there a little bit. This was actually the Redskin. Let me show you the rough on this one. So this is Redskin Kingman. It is Kingman, it just is the Redskin Kingman. Really nice nuggets. Look at those. Pretty. Like little Fruit Loops or something. So those have to be cut in half. We'll have to cut those in half. Yeah, that's some nice stuff. In fact, let me see if I can finish this one up. So this was a piece of Redskin. It was really thin. We got quite a lot out of it for the piece. I tried to fill that in a little bit with CA glue, but I might have to go back and do JB Weld on it. Let's see if I can. See, that's the glue catching on the wheel. So I gotta be careful. In fact, North Star was nice enough to send me another glue that I have to try out as well. North Star's great. I don't know if you know her channel. I don't know how much she's posting on her channel right now. But I know she also has a Facebook and an Etsy. Hi everybody. And if you love nature, go over to Star Winter's channel and subscribe. She is always out and about in the garden. And then there's Stephen Pollock here too, and he's always good for a laugh, especially in the lives. Especially if you can't sleep at night. He's up a little later than the rest of us. Thank you, Redskin, that's great. I am trying, I should take a peek. I'm trying to hit 2,600. So it's my understanding to go from like 2,500 to 3,000 is like pulling teeth out of an alligator. Not the easiest thing to do, so we're just going to keep pushing, doing what we're doing. Alright, this is actually turning out pretty good. I do need to see that little hole. I don't like that. But it is actually filled in pretty good, so Need to clean it up, and I need to clean up the shape. How am I going to clean up the shape? Oh, nice catch. This is natural, so it's pretty soft. See the shape? I gotta get that out right there. It's getting there, but it's not right yet. I got the bottom right. I don't have the top right. There we go, getting there. I'm gonna go with the next wheel so I don't take off too much. Look at that, I got 109 rubies and 109 people in here. Oh, wow, Steve. That's some, I'm not gonna promise you I'm gonna watch the whole thing. And as you know, I do these lives and then I pretty much put it up straight away. When I first started, I would edit everything. And maybe one day I'll go back and edit some of them together. Like if there's a new vid or something that keeps us in the houses and doesn't let me out again. So maybe something like that happens, which would be not a good thing if it happens, but I would spend my time re-editing videos and putting them out. Because right now I just do the lives and then I pick out some of the better highlights out of them and put those up as shorts. And show you guys a little bit of adventure that we go out on. Oh, I forgot about that. And then put up the live as it was. So the thing about lives is if you edit them and you don't just edit the beginning and the end of the live, you lose your live chat. You can't show the original live chat. You can only put new comments. So I like to be able to go back or other people have the opportunity to go back and see how rude they were during the chat so that they can improve themselves the next time. Not really. I love all you guys. No, I just think it's fun to be able to go see what other people are saying. Alright, I cleaned this up pretty well. I got a much nicer shape out of it. I'm going to take this corner off, hopefully. Really light, just that bottom corner. I'm sure you are, Steve. I'm all about having a good laugh, really. All about having a good laugh. I don't like offending people, I guess. Not that I do, but I don't like to. And I know some things offend some people that it wouldn't necessarily offend another, so I try to keep my P's and Q's to myself. But life is about humor. Life is about humor and hope. you hope the right things, you may be able to manifest them. And if you're doing it while you're having a laugh, it doesn't really matter, does it? If they come to fruition or not. Alright, pretty. I like the way that matrix pops in. Yeah, it comes in there. That's really nice. So that is a piece of Kingman Red Web. Red Web Kingman. Picture of that one. Got those, this. We're doing pretty good. What's that one? What's next? That's the question. I think I'm going to try a funky shape. That's what I need to do. So, not bad so far. That's a save from We Don't Know. That's a recut. That's a recut. This is from John Ross, who I showed up earlier. So jvross65 at yahoo.com. And then if there's any stones that you see that you like of mine, we've got, yeah, I don't have my regular moderator here today. So if you ever see anything and you want to purchase it or you have a question, just reach out to me, sir.rocksalot at outlook.com. Bingo. There you go. Even if it's just to say hi and chat. And let's move on. How are we doing on time? Wow, we're doing great. Let's do... I don't know if I can get anything out of this or not. End cut piece of Wild Horse. Let's see. Patricia, it ranges. It depends on how much it costs. The rough cost me. So some of the Smoky Kingman isn't too expensive because it didn't cost me too much for the rough. But it can range anywhere from, $25 to $50. A smaller cab like this would be probably like, I don't know. It's not finished yet, so probably 25. And that would be finished, of course, plus the shipping. So mostly just trying to get my money back, pay myself a little bit for the labor, and it all actually goes back into the machines and the material. So right now I'm doing pretty good for material. Oh, this is going to be tough. So really it's all about just maintaining my machine. Alright, this isn't going to be a canoe, but... So I haven't worked up to the canoe. I don't know if you've seen Dave doing his canoes. What's he got going there? Yeah, he's still on Turquoise. But I'm looking to practice sort of longer, thinner shapes, which isn't easy on a 1.5 inch wheel. So once my wheel goes over 1.5, keeping my line straight all the way around is not the easiest thing for me to do. It might be easy for other people, but it's not easy for me. Because what happens with me is I'll come along, I'll tap that edge, and it cuts right into the stone. Let's see. I think we're going to move over to the next wheel. This is Wild Horse Jasper, so it's not very hard. Hi everybody, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, he's still on live. Let's see what he's on now. I don't know. Got some pretty cool stuff on right now. I can't buy everything. finally figured that out. No, I just, yeah. I love rocks and I love a good deal. I'm practicing on taking what I have, making it a little better so I can share it with somebody new. And it's not easy. At this rate, I'm just going to make this stone disappear. But alright, now I got to try and get an angle on it. So my girdle's pretty good. See how it goes to the left there? I think you see it as the left. And so that way, and then same on that one, it's pretty good. And then the top one should be pretty easy. And now I got to bring down a 45 on this top corner. And I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. So even though I'm not completely new to lapidary, I've only been doing it like 4 or 5 years now. And I try, I mean, the stones themselves give you different things to do that you have to do for each stone. But then there's got to be, I have to continue to improve on my own techniques and widen my techniques so that ultimately I can make the best out of every stone. I'm going to have to grow my hair long and white and grow a beard and be some sort of guru. Be a rock guru. Spend some time in the Himalayas. Thank you, Star. Yeah, talking to rock lickers, I don't know if you were here, but when I showed the Egyptian, where is it? I don't want to get it all out, but yeah, when I showed the Egyptian, when I was bringing the Egyptian out, Steve, I was unpacking it and going through it, and I did lick one of the rocks, and it was extremely salty. And then I looked at a few of the other rocks, and they literally had salt crystals or some sort of crystal on the outside of it. So I won't be licking those rocks again. So I didn't know what had formed those salt crystals, or if at some point they had kept them in salt water or saline water of some kind. Alright. So I sort of have an angle on this, but I don't trust myself. So let me go on to the next wheel. I sort of have it. Let's have a look. First, you've got a little bit of an angle there on the top, one right there. It's really not a 45. Means I'm just being a bit of a wussy. But I'm gonna do it on the next wheel. I'm being a wussy because I don't want to put the wrong angle on the edge there. There you go, Steve. Long pull out. See, I've done antiques too. So, Patricia, at some point, and I have an age in my head, which isn't too far off, that I will just stop buying and I'm gonna sell everything, all of it. And I think it's going to be fairly soon. I would like to see the silver prices pop back up by the end of the year or the beginning of next year. And I was going through the studio room yesterday and rearranged it. I have some room in there now. But in doing so, I have more than enough stuff to resell. And I have a really good eye. I have a really good eye, and then that little something popped out. Or maybe it just didn't stay in from the beginning. And now I gotta how do we do that? How do we do that? How to get that out? I'm gonna get that out and at the same time blend the whole stone. Wow, I don't think that's coming out. Maybe we'll have a little crevice in there. A little spot. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, pretty organic. We have a very organic chat community. We're all pretty much down to earth. And not too many frills around here, except for maybe me. And if you're a new subscriber, I go live on Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. And I'm always doing something fairly similar, but also different at the same time. And would love to have you guys come in another time, even if you can't stay today. And it's free. I mean, it helps if you hit those rubies and super chats and stuff too, but oh no. Oh no. Well, if you aren't now, you will be one day, Steve. We all break down, right? Alright. Let me see my lines here. I'm off. So I got half a canoe, right? So if I can do half a canoe, maybe I can do a whole canoe. A little wonky over there and a little wonky there. If you don't see that, but I see that. So let's see if I can clear that up a little. Not so wonky there anymore. It's okay that I have a bit of a bend in this side. Wow, is that a hard shape to do? Not so much this one, but doing a full-on canoe. I got a few years to go for that one. Not years. I gotta practice it. It's a cool shape. It's really hard to do on these wheels. Yeah, there probably be some high cultivation there, Stephen. Some new strands. We'll be fighting over the seeds when they come out. Alright, I think that's it. Not bad. I wonder if the tip's pretty good. Yeah, Steve, rather than coming to like a funeral right away, we can have a 1-year celebration where we all come back and they give out little envelopes, seed envelopes. I imagine I'm going before you, my friend. Oh, somebody got busted. Alright, not bad. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Get a quick picture, point. I could have rolled it a little more in the middle there. Still got that. Looking good though. How are we looking so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing good for an afternoon. Very different stuff, all different. And all looking good. Alright, what are we going to do next? Boop. I got another piece of that. I don't know what. Oops. Oh, that just gave me an idea. I'm so thick sometimes. I'm so silly sometimes. So, you know, I've always been waiting for Freckle Cat to put my email down the bottom, which is extremely helpful. But really, I could just do a green screen of my email. So kind of like turning off my video, I could have that and have my email in it and just green screen it. Ding dong. Alright, what do we got here? We got green stuff. It's Parasite. I don't know if it's any good. Let's have a look. This is, I believe, Cristo. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. It needs fixing. I think actually we're going to try this little piece of turquoise. It's a green piece of turquoise. Cool. Didn't take much. Quick greenie right here. Oh, and I've got a piece of boulder up there. Maybe we'll try that too. Hard. Very hard. Just around the edges. What's everybody doing for the 4th of July? And does anybody watch the World Cup? And if you watch the World Cup, who's your favorite team? Let's do that. Yeah, I got one full of rocks right there. Alright, what are we doing on the shape here? I think something, yep. I'm trying to make this a quick one. Take that corner off. Drop off a little. Take the sharpness off the top, just like that. There we go. Now we're gonna go around the whole stone. These are the kind I can pretty much grind out in a 15-minute section. Alright, where's my water? Because that's going dry. And you don't want to do that dry. Golden sands. I have plenty of green. I'm glad they're selling some of it today. When I started watching, I think the quartzite sale 4 years ago, when the Gaspiite first came to market, not the very first time, but when it first really started being popular in the market, and it was very cheap. You could get Gaspiite blocks for like $100 a pound, maybe even less. I got plenty of green. And it's surprising how many people like the green, actually, even in jewelry. I like blue myself a little bit better, but, you know, do I chop that off? Looking at my stones here. So that looks pretty good. I don't mind the freeform on this. Alright, take that down some more. Where'd you get your green from? Oh, I got you, ding dong. I'm so silly. Yeah, don't give me your sauce away, Steve. I guess I just slowed down a little bit there, didn't I? Too many innuendos in rocks. Alright. Not happy on the shape. I think I'm bringing it in. Let's bring it in. Bring that around. So I don't mind losing a bit of the material on this one. It's not the most expensive stuff. I'm not sure why my shapes are becoming not fully calibrated, but a little less freeform of late. Maybe because of the commissions that I've been doing. Right. We'll get one more in after this, maybe two. And I gotta get ready for Thursday. So Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, it will be my 100th live. It does, Steve, unless you're practicing the wrong thing. When I say that, I used to run a scale, like a big giant semi scale, the 53 foot scale. So large semis, and I'd have semis coming in, and I'd have the guys telling me they've been doing this for 40 years and they didn't need any help getting through our gate or getting down through the scale and turning it around. Those were the ones that ended up getting stuck in the mud more than often. So, yeah, they'd been driving for 40 years, and then they figured out they were driving it wrong. Alright, this looks much nicer. It's actually really pretty. Let's blend that edge in a little. Yeah, and there's no one right way to do it perfectly right. You know, even like with that labradite, those edges were rounded off. See, now I gotta go back, but you can see where I squared up the edges, and that's just a personal taste. But I think it's easier to set that than to set around it like a setting that's completely rounded to sharp edge down over here. Hi everybody, welcome in. I'm glad you could make it today. Hang out for about 30 seconds. It really helps me. Hit that thumbs up, it really helps. Doesn't cost anything. Alright, that's a pretty little stone. Done really quickly. Yeah, a little dribble on the end. There we go. I think. Who's next? I'm going to save a piece of Nila for Thursday. I'm going to do an Opal on Thursday. And, oh, I forgot about you. I've actually done 7 stones today. That's good. Let's have a look. Let me do a piece of Sam's. Oh, no, that's what I got. I got it right here. I don't know if I can get anything out of this. This is going to get mucky. Like, really mucky. So let's do Sam's first, actually, and then I'll do this little piece of boulder opal that I have. So I'm going through my room. I found this little chunker. Got a tiny little bit of color right there. I don't know if underneath this one there's going to be any more. Oop, let's get closer. See if I can even show you guys the color. So where that lighter banding is much softer than the rest of the stone. You see there's one little teeny weeny bit of color right there. This stuff gets mucky. Very much. Yeah, it's in there very slightly, Patricia. I'm wondering if, yeah, there's a little opal underneath this. Let's see that flash over there. But I think it might be some under this little piece. Let's see. Let's see if I can get under there. So let's try this top piece. See how it's got a little bit of opal underneath there? Not over there, over there. Aha. See, I wasn't blind. Where'd it go? There, you see that? I'm probably gonna make it disappear. Don't get upset at me when I make it disappear. doesn't come through to here like I was hoping. But I kind of see it underneath here in that soft area. So do I take that whole nodule off? What do you think? Do I take this whole nodule off here, this top piece? I just did it. Oh goodness. I'm glad you do. Okay, so you see how I'm starting to come down by taking that nodule off? I mean, I really might make it disappear. I don't want to. This stuff is so dirty. Oh, wait a minute. Now you got better color coming in there. Ooh, we got some blues. Okay, now I don't know what to do. Oh, I pulled some more out there. Look at that. Alright. Okie dokie. So there is a little bit everywhere. It's a super funky shape. So how do we unfunky it? Just bring that down. Oof. I don't know how to unfunky it. The shape. Being very bold here. It might just have to end up being a specimen. I'm going to go around the edge a little. Actually, it's not too bad. So with Boulder Opal, where the color is, that lighter brown, that stuff is much softer than this stuff. If you're looking for good Boulder Opal, you want this stuff, or you want this to be the host. Much harder, and that's why I'm afraid to even go into the rest of this. Because I think the opal's in there, but it's also in the softest area. I don't know if we can get a little bit more. We're going to go to the next wheel, so I don't screw it up completely. If I wanted right now, I stop. Oh, good. I'm doing good. If I stop. So I think that's better than where I was when I started. I don't know if you all agree. I almost feel like I should... You see these little nodules to the left here and here? I almost feel like I should... Dremel those out. But either way, I'm very happy with this. I did not expect that to come out quite like that. This is the initial nodule that we had. It was much higher. It was probably 5 millimeters higher when I started. Let's see. Really softly now. Move on to the next reel. Hi everybody, welcome in. Glad you could make it. I'm at 100 rubies. I'm at 108 thumbs up. What a fantastic day. I don't really want to say it out loud, but I think South Africa's going to beat Canada today. Only because neither one of them need to do anything to go through. Yeah, I think I did too, Steve. Come on. Shake it, bake. Shake it, bake. But as well as the color, Steve, I actually almost made it into a dome. Right? So there's a little spot right there, but almost made it into a dome. And if you look at the edges, I almost bezel edged it too. Or it could be set. So now I'm thinking if I put a girdle on it all the way around, almost flat, I might be able to turn this into a little pendant. Sort of a specimen pendant. But if I wanted, I could almost take that stone like that. Look at that. Look at those ones up there. Whee! If you stop, you keep going. Right now I'm just tidying it up. Tidying it up and giving it a bit of a better polish. Hopefully I don't lose too much color while I'm doing it. So there's a tiny bit of that nodule left. Do I continue? Or do I leave it? Or is there a little bit right there that I could take out? Maybe. Let's see. Went to the outside of my wheel, which is a little rougher, but I'm touching it very, very slightly. Come on. No, I think that's all I can risk. Well, I think that's all I can risk right there. I say that and then I keep doing more. Yeah, really happy with that. Really happy with that. I'm glad you guys made me do that. I wish it wasn't quite so undercut there, but there's really nothing I can do about that. I can polish it though. little sparkles on the back too. Let's get that little thing out. I saved doing little nuggets still. Thank you, Shadow. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. It all adds up. It really does. Because last year I didn't make anything, and this year I've made $200, I think. You see how that dark? So when you're looking for a good matrix in Boulder Opal, you want to find the dark. You will find pieces with that lighter color right there with opal, but you can hardly work it. And actually, let's see if we can show it. You see how it's almost divotty, sandy, like a sandstone where the light is? That's what happens when you get that light colored opal, and they sell it to you, and it looks gorgeous. They'll get it nice and wet, and they'll show it to you, and you'll be like, wow, look at all that color. Look at that color. So I'd like to get that middle bit out, but as I'm trying to do that, I'm sinking the outside in at the same time. So, but yeah, cool little stone. Very happy we did this. All right, I better stop. I'm stopping. So in the Brisbane Opal Museum, this isn't for sale, but I'd let it go for $120. If you don't know the Brisbane Opal channel, they just started, well, they started years ago, but he's been showing his 250 pieces. It's kind of fun to see some of the opal that's popping up. And, oh, I better get one of these. There we go. Neat little piece. I don't know how to follow that. What were we going to do? I was going to do something that was mucky. Piece of sand. See if we can find a piece of sand. Wow. This isn't Sam's, but I'm going to show it to you. We can do a piece of this. This is an old piece of Kingman. Old Kingman. We'll do a tiny little piece. Let's try that little teeny weeny piece. Maybe I can get something out of it. So Patricia, you were asking, so that whole bag cost me like $80. So this little piece, just material wise, is about, I don't know, $18, $20 just to get the piece. Then I don't know if I'm going to cut anything out of it. Yeah, it's a pretty little, it's actually a really good educational piece too. So when you say a specimen, it's actually a really good educational piece. Because it shows a lot of the different matrices that you'll find in Boulder Opal, and the things that you want to look out for and the things that you want to find. Alright, so this, now let's get it before, so I know the ugly, what we turn the ugly into. Bingo. And I did that, you guys made me do that Boulder Opal, and that's going to stick in my nails for like a week. The Boulder Opal will stain everything. I mean, basically it's just rust. It's iron stone, so it's rust. Ooh, pretty color on the bottom. Look at that. know if we'll end up backing this one or not. Hi everybody, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know how people cut inside their houses. I mean, even John Dupuis' showroom, I don't know how they keep it so clean, because the amount of dust that I get out here, the dust and the water. Right now I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you guys. This is my answer to keeping the carpet clean underneath me. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's an outdoor carpet, but it's a truck bed. So, sorry about that. That's a truck bed liner, and it holds all the water. It makes my stones bounce if I lose them. And as long as I don't get a hot wire on there, I should be good. So what was I about to say? I was about to talk about iron. So iron is a fascinating material, a mineral, in a lot of the stones that you see on my channel and other people's. So you have that bold opal. The bold opal is an iron stone, which is why it's that reddy color. Right? It's an iron stone. You've got the pyrite in like a piece of Kingman, which is an iron pyrite. With a little bit of sulfur kicked in there. I don't have the fire agates, but the fire agates, the color from the fire agates come from really nano layers of iron, giving off colors anywhere from sort of green, yellow, gold to blues, pinks, and purples. So it's in a lot of things that we you don't I don't know if you know what do they have rhino liner over in England, Star? I don't know if I could spray it on my carpet though, Steve. Wow, look at that. Now which way do we go here? I've got to bring the edges in. I'm sure you have something similar to rhino liner over there. So they spray it. It's like a spray cover paint, urethane, that you can spray on the back of your pickup truck or anything. You can do it on your roof. It just waterproofs everything. Some sort of shopping network over there. But no, rhino lining is, I don't know, is it a spray? Yeah. What else could you blow up with it, Stephen? It off with its wheel. We tripped off into rhino lining. So yeah, you could put it in the back of your pickup truck and turn the back of your pickup truck into a jacuzzi. A redneck jacuzzi. Aha, Freckle Cat, hi. I don't know if you're on break or if you took everybody's money already. We were just starting to get out of hand, and look who comes in. We haven't seen Koa, and today we were kind of hoping to see Koa. I don't know how she knows, but she knows. Beautiful little stone. I'm going to bring that top down a little bit more. Hopefully a little bit more blue comes out. Now we're going to move over. So if you are new to the channel, I go live. Thank you, Stephen. I go live on Thursdays and Sundays. Sundays at 2 p.m. and Thursdays at... Ooh, I got an eyelash. I got to make a wish, but how do I blow that off? There we go. So yeah, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Sundays at 2 p.m. And I put other stuff up during the week as well. Hi everybody, welcome in. Hang out for a little bit. Might see something you like. So this is a tiny little piece of Kingman. Beautiful little ringstone though. And I'm just taking ugly rocks and turning them into nicer looking rocks. Sure did. Let's see. This is a much bigger piece, same material. Look at the darkness on that one. That's pretty. That's a nice looking one right there. Hey Grover, welcome in. Hope you all having a great weekend. What time are we on? Anybody know the score? What is it, 3:57? Oh, I missed the score. We're almost on 2 hours for the day, which is pretty good. We're on the 99th live, which is amazing. We've got the 100th live coming up this Thursday, which was not a set goal, it just sort of happened. And it really kind of happened with everybody in the chat and everybody watching, so thank you all so much. It's all very, very kind of you. And then I'm hoping to hit 2,600 subscribers today, if I haven't already, which would be really awesome. Get me out of that 2,500 mark and on the move to the next one. Which, according to Steve and myself, the next mark we're going for is 250,000 subscribers. Don't get in too late, because you won't know until it is too late. But yeah. What? That's fantastic. Thank you all so much. Thanks for keeping me company. I hope this helps you guys a little bit too. Yep, 250, Stephen. We're on our way, my friend. Then I'll send you the real goodies. I forget what I sent you, to tell you the truth. I think I sent something to one of your kids will like. I probably should have sent 2 instead of 1. Alright. That was a pretty stone. Look at that. Still a little work to do on it. Let's just do a little bit more work on it. Let's see if we can bring a little more blue out. I like the matrix in it, but it's a little too much right now. Yep, it's starting to come out. We've got 3 more wheels to go on it. Maybe we'll do another piece of this. Look at that. What a fantastic blue. Boop, there goes my bubble. That's great, Shadow. I'm learning too. Every piece is new. Every material is new. Even if you get the same material, it's different. Let's see. What's that? Let's try this one. This one's a bit darker. This is the last one though, I think. Maybe. I'm having such a good time I might stay out later. I mean, I got nothing to do but get ready for work, so. Alright, let's do... Almost looks like a shark's tooth. It is not a shark's tooth. I will stay longer if... Could somebody take a peek at the Canada-South Africa football game for me? That would be great. I have a little pool going on with my friends. And they all guessed that Canada was going to win by a lot. And, you're good, Steve. I love having you in the chat, to tell you the truth. Alright, so did a quick outside. And make sure the back is flat, and then I'll show you what it potentially is going to look like. There's a little bit of this. So we went from that blue one to this. Ready? Ugly? Well, I don't know what that's going to be. Definitely different. It's got the black in it, and then it's got some sort of change going on right here where that black mineral is. So I don't know how hard that is. I've got to bring that down some more. I've got to see if that lighter material is going to hold together or not. And I think it is. Wow. So now I've got to come down from the top and hopefully keep some of this color in there. Edging a little bit more there because I need it to be a little bit higher. I need it to be a little bit higher right there. Luna, thank you so much. Very kind of you. Madrigal, what a great name. Alright, gonna try the top. Here we go. Gonna see what's underneath. Come on down. I took a lot off there. I probably could have taken that off on the saw. Thank you, Steve. Ah, how are you? Hey. I don't know if that's because he's been a long-time member of AAA. What is good about putting A's in these, they used to do it for the reason AAA is AAA and such is for the yellow book. So it was all alphabetical, so if you were the If you were in the A's and the yellow book, you were at the front pages rather than the back pages. Yep. All this terminology went to the star. Good old telephone books. All they do now with the telephone books around here is they go for the local target practice. Just making sure that's straight. You do have a little divot in the bottom there. Now let's see, I want to keep that black somehow. It actually just goes around that corner, which is a shame. I know it looks really rough still, but that's why we do it on this wheel. We get the rough stuff done first, and if I do it right, it makes the next wheels easier. Roll that down. And then roll that. That's pretty tough. Pretty tough. You know, the lady I work with, she used to have to, before they changed the seats in cars, she used to have to put them in her car so she could drive. They were also good for making prank calls. Alright, I'm almost ready to move on to this next wheel here. Oh my goodness, hi everybody. I would love if you hit that thumbs up. I don't usually ask. That may be the most people we've ever had in. What an awesome, awesome day. I hope you're all having a fantastic time and a great day with your family and friends. And I'm really happy you could join me, even if it's just for 20 seconds or 5. I think you could if you stabilize them. So, Star, I know you do some woodworking. Have you ever looked into stabilizing the wood with an epoxy? So, vacuuming. Same way that we do with stones. People vacuum epoxy into their wood. I'm not going to say it, Stephen. You don't you say it either. But we are going to be doing some vacuuming on some stones in the next week or two. Hopefully I'm going to get it set up this coming weekend. I've got some copper greenstone to do. I have some turquoises to do. Wow, look at the change in color in this one. I just got to get this out. How do we get that out? I mean, I know how to get it out, but then I have to take all that down. It's going to get a lot lower. I think we can do it, though. That's pushing. I'm going to clean up the girdle line. Yeah, you should look it up. So I know both you and Sai, you cure the wood outside for a while, which most woods need. But if you wanted to save a really good piece of wood and it had some odd cracks in it, or it's a softer wood, you can vacuum. So I have like a 5-gallon pot. and I think a two-step vacuum that I use for mine. You can use a single step or a two-step vacuum. You can use a one-phase or two-phase. In England, it's only one phase, so. I did not expect that to be so bright down the bottom. A little bit more. Can it come out? Gonna have to bring it in a little bit so I get a higher side wall. I get a higher wall here so that then I can blend it again. That's the only way I'm gonna get that out. What a fabulous day. Oh, I missed the score, didn't I? Come on. A little bit more. It's so close. I might CA glue that one. Now my girdle's different all the way around, so I gotta. So when I'm talking about a girdle, I'm talking about this flat part here. It's actually at a slight angle. My angle's really good too. So about, oops. Let's see how we are on it. We're pretty good on this side too. So that little angle, that's not good. Just helps with the setting. So you have a slight angle this way, which is not correct there, and it is correct there. That way you can fold your metal over. Get that one right. The stone is getting smaller quickly. I think we're going to the next wheel before I make it any smaller. Beautiful. And I'm leaving that little tip because it will blend off really quickly. A little bit of a tip there. And just go to the next wheel. We'll take it off on the next wheel. Hi everybody, welcome in. So RocksAlot is the channel. I take ugly stones and make them prettier. Hopefully to put into jewelry or wire wrapping, specimens. A lot of my stones get moved on to jewelers and silversmithers, of which I'm going to be doing some myself if you want to continue to watch. I won't be doing the silversmithing today, but it is something we are doing in the future. And if you haven't done silversmithing before, come learn how not to do it and watch me. Because there's going to be a lot of fun trials and tribulations of a silversmith, a new silversmith. I've been doing lapidary, I guess, about 4 or 5 years now. And it's time to take some of these stones and get them set. Let's get that bottom. Thank you all so much for the... Yeah, my email is in the chat there. If you ever want a stone, or you have any questions about material, just email me. If you need to, you can always take a screenshot. I do put all the lives up after we've finished. It takes about 24 hours to upload. So you can always go back into the original live and take a screenshot from that if you didn't get it while we were doing the live in person. This is live number 99. And I got live number 100 coming up probably Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we'd love to see you guys there. Who knows what we're in for this week? I think we're going to do a piece of the Egyptian. I'm going to do a piece of Nila turquoise. I'm going to find a little black opal, I hope, that we can do. There's not a lot of rough of that, so, you know, hopefully I picked the right stone. What, Steve? That's fantastic. We're just cranking along. And yeah, the YouTube gods are doing me well. And once I get sort of the second week into August is when I started doing certain things on YouTube. And I don't know if it was those things that have helped or not. I really don't. And I'm going to share those, what I think some of the things that may help your channels are. One of them, believe it or not, is actually just being engaged in other people's channels. So if you want to do a YouTube channel, you do need to engage in other people's chats by liking, not liking, disliking, sharing it out. All those things help your own channel. I don't know if that's 100% sure. I feel that is somewhat true. And I was fortunate enough to go through the YouTube boot camp this year. And if you ever get invited and you're like, oh, I don't need to do that, or I don't think it's for me, just do it anyway. It's not difficult. You don't have to do any homework or anything like that. And it's interesting to hear from other creators. So still got that tiny, tiny little notch right there and a bubble. Hello, bubble. Bye, bubble. No, point. It's so close to being gone. So close. Pretty much gone. See it? A little sneaker. Little sneaker. Alright, well that took a little bit longer than I thought. But it also turned out much nicer than I thought. Hi everybody, welcome in. Hang out for 30 seconds. Might see something you like. Look at the color on that. I was not expecting that at all. That's a pretty piece. So it's still got a few little facets on there. Those will come out on the next 3 wheels over there. I guess I need to get a picture of this one. Fingers are doing, that's what are we at? 2:20? So 2 hours and 20 minutes in, I do get raisin fingers. Let me show you what we did so far today, and I think we're going to do one more piece. Oh, it's nice. I forgot we did the opal. Labradorite, another greenie. We did a recut on that one. So we got, let's back this up a little. So this is just today. We got the Kingman, and then this was red webbed Kingman. I gotta look this one up. Beautiful. This is almost like a gaspiite. It's turquoise, but this is turquoise. This is almost like a gaspiite, and I think it's a gaspiite. This one was unknown, but a recut. And if you go back to the beginning of the live, you'll see what a horrible shape that was in to begin with. This is some Aqua Nueva. I don't know. Too much stuff going on in my head, Steve. This was the recut of the labradorite. Look at the back on that too. Beautiful. It's done. And then this was the boulder opal, which doesn't want to show. Definitely got some fireworks in there. And I might look at this under the microscope a little, or with my headlamp, and see if there's something else we're going to do to that one. That opal does go through into that back matrix too. So yeah. We're going to do one more. Let's do that. That's quite a lot of work right there we've done. Thank you so much for being here. Let's do some more. We're going to do one more. There we go. One more, I think. Can I find that red web again? I don't know where we put it, but I got some other Kingman here. Let's do one more little piece of Kingman. It's such pretty material. Whew. Sorry, trying to decide what to cut. Maybe we do this. Oh, there's a little baby in there. There we go. We'll take that one. Nice little piece of Kingman. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Sorry about that, everybody. I was looking for this. Let's see if we got a skinny one in here. Oh, and I hear thunder as well. It's definitely skinny. Alright, well not the best, but I'm going to cut it anyway. Let's pull that one out. Just a little sliver. Now let's see what we can get out of this one. I like the little betroidals on it. Hey everybody, we're going to take a little ride here for a second. Down to here. Oops. Okay, let's move that over. Going to go around the outside. See what kind of shape we get. Only removing what has to be removed to be able to get a settable stone out of it. It's going to be a funny shape. It's going to be a funny shape. You get like a marquee out of it? We're going a little quiet, just concentrating. With these small stones on this wheel, this is an 80 grit wheel, it won't hurt me, but if I leave my knuckle on there or something for too long, it will start to dig in. It's going to be an odd shape. Could almost leave it like that. So I'm going to roll that over. And my hands are horrible today. Actually, let's get a quick picture. There we go. It could look like a tooth. I have to make another one to match. Little turquoise vampire tooth. Alright, let's, well, we'll try it on this wheel. If I'm taking off too much too quick, I will change wheels. Excuse me. Not enough water. That's what I was doing about. Hopefully you're gonna see the stone and give a little ooh as well. Oh, here comes the thunder. Let's have a quick peek. That's looking good. Very rough, but it's looking good. Almost like a boomerang. Or a tooth. Could be a tooth. Let's move over to the next wheel. I watch my videos, I don't know. I watch a lot of other people's. I certainly watch everybody's in the chat. So I go to anybody that's in the chat that has a channel, I absolutely go to. So if you're kind enough to spend a little bit of time with me, there's no reason that I can't come spend a little time with you guys. Now sometimes the platform doesn't kick us out to all the people we'd like to be kicked out to. Thunder's coming. So thunder and water and lightning and electricity don't mix too well if you didn't know. This is not. We have some beautiful stuff over there. Haas, I'll tell you, most of the stuff that we get over here that is Persian, I'm not a huge fan of their matrix that they have, which is like the concrete matrix. Yeah, I'm really not sure how it all goes down, to tell you the truth. But as long as this continues the way it is and I don't feel like it's work, I will continue doing what we're doing. I really enjoy it. I have fun spending time with you guys. Alright, back looks pretty good. Almost a little watery, sort of water webby. Under the soft wheel. Yeah, and she's always in mine. I watch probably 3 shorts of stars a day. Ah, lost it. There we go. There it is. Lost it. starting to tire out. I've still got laundry to do, dinner to make. All kinds of stuff to do. Anybody see the score in the game? South Africa, Canada. Should be getting close to full time. Oh, this turned out to be a really nice stone. Hi everybody, welcome in. Look at that. I love the way that web popped across. Huh. Oops. Wasn't expecting too much out of that, but wow. Look at that. Sharpen that up a little. That's a really nice little stone. Look at that. That could look really good. Let's get a picture of that one. Doink. Alright, because I have a whole week of work to do. Actually, I don't. I have half a week this week. I am going to show you what we did. We got a lot done today. And then, like I said, we'll be back on Thursday. Oh, little one. And somewhere there's one on a buckstick. But I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. So what did we get done? We got the labradorite. Let's back this up. Right, let's turn this off. Here we go. One of my favorite sounds. So, cleaned up the labradorite. Cleaned up the Aqua Nueva. That's not polished, that's just up to the third wheel. This one was the Red Web Kingman. The one we just, that one was Kingman, but it's Smoky Kingman. Another little piece of Kingman. Look at the blue on that. Let's get some better look here. There we go. Look at that. And we got some green turquoise, most likely Mexico, Sonora area. I got, what else? Oh, we got opal, boulder opal. Some grand colors in there. Both sides. We did a practice of half a canoe. Got a big tooth. A bit bigger than the other tooth, but yep. And what else we got? Oh, we got the one we just did. Little tooth. I love the webbing stripe right across the middle. That's about it. But that's a grand day right there. So thank you all for coming in. Hi everybody. I wish I could stay on longer, but I really shouldn't. I guess we could do one more stone. You want to do one more stone? If you want one more stone, put it in the chat. And we'll do this one. But that's what we got done today. So very happy with that. More stones. We could try it. Let's do that one. I'll do one more. It's just another piece of wild horse, but it's staring at me. All the others down here have a little bit of work done to them. That one doesn't. And that one shouldn't take too long. So let's do that one. I am easily swayed. Come on over. Back on the genie. It's a piece of wild horse Jasper. Oh, I wonder if it works. Oh, it did. We got lucky. Normally after I stop it, the pump will seize up. So, got lucky. Alright, good. Let's get this one there. It's a little bit softer, so it should should be okay. I love this material. It looks very much like a turquoise, sort of like a white number 8 maybe. In fact, let's do the comparison. It's always great when I have things at hand. So that is number 8 right there. That's a block of number 8. True number 8. And that is Wild Horse Jasper. They're very similar. This one is a turquoise. This is not a turquoise. Some will try and pass this off as white buffalo. That's not white buffalo. That's a true white buffalo in there. Let's get that. Education. Alright, so that is now flattened out down that side. Get the little saw mark on this side. Actually, I don't really need to bring it down, I need to bring it in. Alright, that's done there. Now I'm going to bring this edge in so it's nice and straight. Hopefully it doesn't chip off. Which side do we want? That's right. Alright, so that is side A with the big in the middle and the dark spot up the bottom, top. Or B. Now remember, I gotta bring it down some. So A or B. You see a paw. Oh, kind of do too. Right there. Little raccoons get everywhere. I think we're gonna. See, I don't know if there's anything underneath that little bit there. I think we're going with B too. Well, that's B. Is that B? Oh no, that's A. Or B. Alright, we'll go with A. Here we go. And you probably did the same as I did in school and went A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. A little more light. Or you go all C's. Little chipper came off. That's okay. Alright, so all I was doing there was putting that angle on there. And we're going to move over. I think we're going to do it on the next wheel because it's a little less aggressive. And I'm going to go around this corner just to blunt it so it doesn't chip off. It'll still stay pretty sharp. But if I leave it too sharp, it'll just chip right off. And the same at the top here. Quickly around the corner. There we go. Pretty good on the shape for now. Let's pick the 45. Hey. Oh, don't press so hard. Why was I pressing so hard? Alright, that's a good 45. Do this one for 45. And this next one is the hardest one. I don't know if it's as wide as my wheel. I got this somewhere. I don't know where that came from. Alright, I'm going to try this one. Oh, look at that. You see how it's just wider than my wheel? That's dangerous. Pretty good. $45, and I got little chips in my hand. I don't like that. 45, that's off a little bit. But now we're going to roll it. On top of that, now I'm going to do like a 30 towards the middle. Off the top of that 45. So something like that. Yeah, I did a new angle on there. You can barely see it. It's more like a 20 than a 30. Maybe the same right here. And then the hard one, which is now not as hard because we took the 45 off the edges, that brought the top end to this long edge, and now it's not as wide as my wheel. So it should be okay. And I think that is about it. Whew. Hey Bear, how are you doing, sir? Ooh, I knew there was another reason we were going to stop. You heard the thunder. Alright, now I'm going to roll them so they blend into each other. That's kind of like the pull out. And I'm going to do the same on this edge. Like that. I'm not pressing hard at all. Just doing a nice blend. And then now we do this one. Long edge. You hear that? There's a giant pine cone hitting on top of my head. The pine cones are coming off the new pine. There's my chippers, those little rascals. Didn't know where the chipping was coming from. I don't even know how that came out. I gotta bring that in. Oof. Bear with me here. Alright, took the chips out, so now I gotta roll my edge new. See how the girdle is higher again? Now I gotta alright. And now let's blend that in. Check my corners. Nice. And the last one. Stay together, please stay together. It's looking nice. It's got an optical illusion on it. It looks like this edge is longer than this one, and that's because of the brown here and the white there. That's funny. That still looks really nice. But me, I can do it. So I went backwards real quick. So I saw something I don't like, and I gotta change it. Thank you all for coming in today. I appreciate you hanging out all afternoon. Really kind of you guys. Hopefully I saved you some money for showing you what not to do by me making mistakes along for you. But actually we had a really good session, and no major screw ups today. I still got this one on the wheel, then okay, so what I just did, I just pulled that edge in a little bit. Looks much better. Alright, let's get a picture of that one. Thank you guys for keeping me here today. We will see you Thursday. If you, I don't know if I'm going to post it. Most of you already know, but I'll try. Maybe I'll post it. But this is what we got done today. Let's turn that off second time. What a great day! One more thumbs up for 150. That would be fantastic. We got a lot done today. So, oops. I don't know if I can get them all on my wrinkly raisin fingers here. Think. Really nice outcome. I don't know which one's my favorite. I was most surprised by the boulder, I think. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for that last thumbs up there. That's really kind. And thank you all for being here once again. We will be here Thursday. It'll be my 100th live. I don't know if I'm doing anything special. I hope to be cutting a few special stones that I don't normally get to cut. And I'm really looking forward to sharing those with you. Hopefully they come out. They may not. So, ooh. There's my lucky strike. I will see you guys Thursday. Have a wonderful week. I hope you get some extra time off because it's 4th of July next weekend. And remember your firework safety as you go. And, yep, thunder. It's all a good sign. I got to go check on Toby, though, make sure he's okay. All right, guys. Love you. Thanks for being here. See you Thursday. In the meantime, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourself. Cheers now. Love you guys. Thank you for all the rubies, everybody. It's very kind of you. Thank you, Star. Bye, everybody. Take care. Thank you for the chili pepper. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Love you guys. Cheers. Thank you for stopping in. If you're new and you haven't stopped in before, go ahead, subscribe. I will be live at Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. 100 lives coming up. Then we'll be on again Sunday at 2. I'm always on Sundays at 2 and Thursdays at 6 p.m. And I put a whole load of shorts up during the week. So thank you all. Thank you, Star. Bye now.